The Comfort Zone of Slavery, Part 2. I'll try and conclude it in this part and try not to ramble on too much. As I was saying in Part 1, slavery is a mindset, it's a conditioning, it's a state of being, it's what we think of ourselves. You know, from one perspective, external circumstances cause us to be slaves, we're born into slavery, whether we're a child labourer in Africa, working in a chocolate plantation, or a child in a sweatshop in Indonesia, or we're born here as a working class English citizen, born, gone to school, then get a job and you do the 40-40-40 scam. Working 40 hours a day for 40 years of your life, and then when you retire, you expect to live off 40% of what you were earning during that 40 years that you were struggling to live off anyway. Your pension's like 40% of what you were earning for the 40 years you're working for 40 hours a week. It's a 40-40-40 scam. That's the slavery. That is basically the type of slave that we're living in now. Some might be going for 39 hours a week, and some might be going for 38 hours a week. But it's you know what I mean. And I'm not going to get into the Brexit talk right now. That's another issue, another topic for another day. The Brexit. It's 29th of March today. 29th of March 2019, and it was supposed to be Brexit today, and it didn't happen yet. Anyway, not talking about that. I'm talking about slavery. I'm talking about mindset. It's a mindset. Slavery is a mindset. It's the way you feel, ultimately, from a higher perspective. All right, you're born into slavery, but do you accept it? Do you accept being a slave? Do you identify being a slave or a worker? I'm a proud working class man, me. I go to work, I earn my bread and butter. You know, put bread and butter on the table for the family, end of the day. I'm proud and work down to the mill, go down, work down pit. My lads will do the same, and my grandchildren. We go out for the family. My granddad did the same, you know, it's all right for the family, you know. I mean, that is slavery, isn't it, you know? That working class pride. I'm a proud slave. Proud to it, down pit, down it mill. Of course, the pits are all closed and the mills are all closed now, and all that type of labour has been shifted over to the Far East for the slaves in the Far East, isn't it? And now you've got jobs in supermarkets, or you traffic wardens, or council wardens, or hiddly piddly, you know, flipping burgers at McDonald's wardens. All that kind of stuff. Paper hat jobs, you know, in Starbucks, etc. All slavery, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Slavery is a mindset. It's do I accept my bondage? If I accept my bondage, I will remain in bondage. If I want to get out of it, if I want to escape, then I've got to allow my mind to think outside the box. Think outside the box. How do I get out of this rut, this comfort zone? And it's stepping out of the comfort zone. We're pampered. We're pampered slaves. It's easy just to get up in the morning and go to work and come home and just veg out in front of the telly for 4 hours, then go back to bed with a few cans of beer, and then veg out, and then go to bed, and then get up and do the same thing again. Then come home and veg out for 4 hours in front of the telly with a few cans of beer, and then go to bed, and then get up and go to work and come back home again and veg out in front of the telly for 4 hours with a few cans of beer and go to bed. I say a lot of people live. It's not living, is it? Is that living? It's just a comfort zone. It's just numb you out, you know. And you hate going to work. You hate getting up in the morning. You hate going to work, but you do it because it pays for your beer, pays the bills, pays the mortgage, keeps a roof over you, pays you know, so you can watch your telly. So you can sit there on your couch, as a couch. You can live the couch potato life. Couch potato slavery. You know. And the telly is just the brainwashing machine, you know. It just brainwashes you, telling lies to your vision. You know, television, telling lies to your vision. That keeps you in slavery, watching that thing, you know. It's normal. The lifestyle you're living is normal. Watch EastEnders, watch Coronation Street, watch Emmerdale Farm. Watch all these reality TV programs. Program, YouTuber, live like a robot. Get up in the morning and go to work, get home and watch the programming machine. program your brain. You know, it's like that's there. We can break out of that. We can break free. We can stop watching the telly for a start. That's the first step. I think the first step to free your mind. First, you got to free your mind, and then you can become free. First step: stop watching the telly. That's step number one. Second step: eat healthy food, preferably vegan. You know, stop drinking beer. Stop numbing your brain out. You know, maybe a social drink now and again, but just stop numbing your brain out. Eat healthy food. Feel alive. Feel healthy. Feel good. Don't and rule number one: don't eat food that's advertised on the telly, because that's the stuff that full of shit. You know, all the preservatives and the chemicals and the pesticides and that. Organic, fresh, organic foods. You know, fresh organic foods. Vegan diet, plant-based diet, you know, if you can. At least a vegetarian diet, you know. Stay off the meat. Because, you know, the animals, again, they're also a slavery, and they live the horrendous condition. We're contributing to the slavery of animals, you know, and the mistreatment and cruelty to animals. So, yeah, cut that out. Step number 3. Think big. Think outside the box. Whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, whether you're into writing or poetry or painting or business, or, you know, if you've got any ideas, if there's something, you want to be an actor, you know, anything, go back to childhood, sit down under a tree and relax. Go out into the woods for a while. Think about, what is it you wanted to do when you were a little kid? Yeah? What is it you wanted to do when you were a little kid? Tune back into the inner child, you know. Tune back into what you were a little kid, yeah, and rethink it and think, yeah, I can still do that. All the stuff that's been imposed upon us since we grew up, our ego-smashing experiences, you know, being told what to do, and the old obedience programming thing at school, the indoctrination that we've gone through, smashing our dreams. Make your dreams come alive. And have faith that you can do it. Know that you can do it. And read a lot. Read books about, you know, self-development and philosophy and psychology. Read, become well-knowledged. Learn stuff. Learn about philosophy and religion and psychology and sciences and all that stuff, you know, all that good stuff. Feed your brain with knowledge. Feed it. Feed your brain with knowledge. The more knowledge you get, the more, you know, and then you can develop a life skill. You can follow your dream, pursue whatever it may be. You know, write a book, paint a picture, you know, do whatever, and give it to the world. Give yourself to the world, you know. Serve, and with a service mood. What can you give to the world, you know, which people will be happy with, and then you'll be free. These are the first steps of freedom. Dream big, dream big, dream big, dream to be free. Be free, feel free, be free and feel free, and we will be free. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!